Sunita Mukhi reading for Nancy.
And that was it?
Well, no, I would see Hal from time to time. He would come around every now and then to see his parents. This was before they died. His mother had terrible Alzheimer's. It was so sad. By the end, she didn't even recognize Pepper. They always had terriers. I don't know why.
So every few years, you would grab a cup of coffee with Hal,
Hmm. He was married too. He had daughters.
but he felt the same way.
Oh, yes.
But you just like go to Pete's Coffee in the mall?
A bit further out, I'd tell your father I was getting my hair done or something. He'd never notice if I had my hair done or not, so
And you just grab a coffee.
one time we had dinner. Your father was off on a fishing trip, and Hal's mother happened to have broken her hip the exact same week. So, for once in our lives, our timing was good.
Uh huh.
And Ben was old enough to watch you by then. So I put you in front of the television set and I told him if he was good, I'd buy him baseball cards, and then I just I snuck out like a teenager.
Where did you go?
We drove. We drove a few hours away and had dinner at a steak place in Philadelphia. It was delicious. It was one of those places where the butter is shaped like roses. And then after dinner, he asked if I wanted to go on a drive. We drove and drove. And he parked down under a bridge by the banks of the Schuylkill. I was wearing my first dress of the summer. I remember it was short, with no stockings on, purple and green and black. Do you remember? You wouldn't.
No.
It had these tiny flowers and it was one of those halter tops. My shoulders were bare in it, and it was so short that we when we got out of the car I wanted it to blow right up. But I kind of liked the feeling too because I was wearing my best underwear.
Mom,
And we just sat down out there by the water, and I could feel the wind blowing up on my legs, and I could feel the cold underneath me. Nobody was around. It was the middle of the night. I had lost all track of time.
you're lucky Ben and I didn't die.
I know, I know. But really, he was old enough to look after you at this point.
This is Ben we're talking about, Mom.
You were fine.
And you're out in fancy underwear.
I didn't say it was fancy. I said it was my best. It wasn't all that nice. And then later that night, he gave me the most incredible,
What?
how do you say it?
What? Flowers?
Head. Scene.